First, what is the invertebrates? Invertebrates are nothing but which are lacking of vertebral column. Are you clear? Which are lacking of the vertebral column. Those known as invertebrates. Which are lacking of vertebral column are notochord. Those individuals are called as a invertebrates. Invertebrates are nothing but lacking of notochord or lacking of vertebral column. Lacking of vertebral column. Are you clear? Lacking of vertebral column. So, in this vertebrates, invertebrates and vertebrates are classified into two kingdoms. The invertebrates are introducing into animal kingdom 1. So, why? Because these are primitive individuals. So, these are evolution starts from the protozoa to chordata. So, the gradually the evolution starts from the protozoa to chordata. So, these individuals are introducing into invertebrates. First, the protozoa. In invertebrates, which topics are there? Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata, that is known as Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Nematihelminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata. So, we are discussing about the first topic and first phylum of invertebrata is known as a Porifera. Porifera, phylum Porifera. Note down everyone. Phylum Porifera. In this topic, in this phylum Porifera, there is comes in examination for the 2 marks, and 4 marks question and 2 mark question. In the NEET level, there is comes in 1 question. Phylum Porifera. So, what is the Porifera? Porifera nothing but pore-bearing organisms are known as a poriferans. Pore-bearing organisms are known as a poriferans. The first poriferans are identified by, first the poriferans are introducing into animal kingdom by Robert E. Grant. Are you clear? The animals are classified by Carolius Linnaeus. Okay, when these are introducing into animal kingdom, who is that one? Robert E. Grant was introducing into animal kingdom when after Carolius Linnaeus was suppressing of more number of the individuals. So, the phylum Porifera is first of all identified by, very important, the first of all identified by or discovered by Robert E. Grant. Robert E. Grant, the female scientist. Robert E. Grant is one of the female scientists. He first of all introducing into what is the poriferans are introducing into animal kingdom 1, nothing but invertebrates. So, before she identification of this individual, these are always instable, nothing but these are always, they are considered as a plant. Before she is introducing into animal kingdom, these are considered as a plant. Why? Because, so these are having 2 natures. Which one? Stable in nature. Stable in nature. It cannot able to move anywhere. So, Robert E. Grant first of all identified this. Next one. So, these organisms, which one? Porifera nothing but, Porifera is nothing but pore-bearing organisms. Pore-bearing organism. The total body containing more number of the pores. So, like the diagram. The Porifera containing more number of the pores, the entire the body, the total body containing more number of the ostia. Pore-bearing organism. These pores are known as a, commonly known as a ostia. The pores are called as a ostia. Pores are called as a ostia. So, the poriferans are cylinder-like structure. Which like structure? Cylinder-like, cylindrical structure. Cylinder-like structure and sedentary in condition. Sedentary in condition. This is always unstable. They cannot able to move anywhere. Sedentary in condition. So, in this group of phylum Porifera, the largest poriferum, the largest sponge is known as a Speciospongiovesperium. Let's discuss. The poriferans are commonly known as, poriferans are commonly called as the spongins. Spongins. Which is the largest sponge in porifera? The largest sponge is Spongia vesperium. Spatiospangio-vesperium is one of the largest spongia, largest sponge in porifera phylum. Okay, the smallest sponge is Leucosalonia blanca. Leucosalonia blanca. Leucosalonia blanca. Leucosalonia blanca is the smallest sponge. So this is the basic information. Next one, the general characters of porifera. All poriferans are sedentary in condition. These are mostly aquatic individual. Which one? Sponges are poriferans are aquatic individuals. Aquatic individuals. They are hollow on the water. Nothing but these are present in the bottom of the water. Located in bottom of the water. These are always in sedentary in condition. Sessile in condition. Nothing but sedentary. Cannot able to move anywhere. Stable in condition. So these are aquatic individuals. So most of the spongins, the most number of the, nothing but 99.9% of the spongins are lives in marine water. Exception of 0.1% of sponges are lives in freshwater form. Freshwater in the most number of the spongins are lives in marine water. These are marine forms. Most number of these sponges are marine form. The remaining individuals are lives in freshwater. The freshwater individuals are Spongylidae. Nothing but spongins are lives in the freshwater. The remaining all are lives in marine water in condition. So these are the total body containing cellular levels of the organization. Already we are discussing in structural organization of the animals. These are arranging a group of the cells. These cells are arranging individually, are loosely arranged cells. These are shown. Which one? Poriferans are shown. Let's recapitulate. Shown cellular levels of organization. What is the meaning of cellular levels of the organization? A group of the cells are present in individual, but these are arranging loosely and individually, not together. So this type of levels of organization is known as a cellular levels of the organization. This level of organization seen in spongins or porifera. Are you clear? So the spongins are shown diploblastic in nature. Spongins are shown diploblastic. Very, very important. Diploblastic in nature. So diploblastic. Blastic means membrane or layer. Diplo means two. How many layers are there? Two layers. The body is covered by the two layers. What are they? So this is an individual, nothing but spongy. The spongy body is covered by the two layers. Outermost layer, very, very important. Outermost layer is known as pinacoderm. Note down. Outermost layer is called as a pinacoderm. Innermost layer is known as a choanoderm. How many derms are there? Two derms are there. Outermost layer is known as a pinacoderm, innermost layer is a coenoderm. So the in between of two derms, there is no derm is present. There is absence of middle layer. The absence of middle layer. So the in between of the two layers, the middle portion, the middle layer is completely filled with mesenchyma cells. In between of the two cells is filled with which type of cells? Mesenchyma. There is absence of mesoderm. Absence of mesoderm. Absence of mesoderm. Absence of mesoderm, but this in between of two cell containing covered by mesenchyma. Note down. Mesenchyma cells. Mesenchyma cells. Are you clear? Mesenchyma cell. These are diploblastic and pore bearing, and as well as these organisms are shown asymmetrical and radial symmetrical. These are shown asymmetrical and radial symmetrical symmetry. These are shown asymmetrical or radially symmetrical symmetry. Asymmetrical and radial symmetrical symmetry. What is asymmetry? A means absent. Symmetry means structure. Some of the individuals are never shown any particular of the structure, nothing but the body of the organism can able to divide to equal halves, cannot able to divide into equal halves from the any pole of the central axis, any plane of the central axis. That is known as asymmetry. The body cannot able to divide into two equal halves, like amoeba. Like protozoan, the amoeba also cannot able to divide into two equal halves. Why? Because these are completely having a zigzag projections. So the asymmetry, nothing but these are also cannot able to divide into two equal halves. So that type of symmetry, the type of structure of the individuals are also present in porifera. Radial symmetrical, these are cylinder-like structure. The body can able to divide into two equal halves, to able to formation of two equal halves from the one plane of the central axis. One plane of the central axis. That is known as asymmetrical and radially symmetrical. So this is the symmetry or radial symmetrical. Next one. So these are consistent of which one? The porifera. The sponges are containing more number of the cells. Sponges are containing more number of the cells for their surviving process. Which type of cells are there? This is very important information from the NEET level examination. What are the first one? Coenocytes. Coenocytes. Note down. Coenocytes. Archaeocytes. What is that? Phagocytes. Scleroblast. Blastic cells. And gland cells. First one, coenocytes. The coenoder, this coenocytes. The coenocytes are responsible for, these are responsible for formation of gametes. Formation of gametes. Which one? Coenocytes are responsible for formation of the gametes. Next one, archaeocytes are maturation of the gametes. These are essential for, useful for the maturation. What is the purpose? These archaeocytes are maturation of the gametes. These are releasing of the formation of the gametes. These are maturation of the gametes. Okay, clear. Phagocytes, it is act like a immune. These are engulf or swallow of the micro individuals. Act like a, what is the immune cells? Immune cells. Next one, scleroblast cell, very very important. Very very important, scleroblast cells. These are secretion of spicules. Secretion, note down. Secretion of spicules. Spicules are act like a endoskeleton. Act like a endoskeleton. Spicules are act like a endoskeleton. Last one is gland cells. These gland cells are secretion of granules or gland substances or glue. Gland substances are glue. Secretion of the glue for attachment of the substratum. If it is, there is a porifera, the porifera attachment of the, what is the bottom of the ocean or any rock, attachment of the any rock or attachment of the shell of mollusca. So how can able to attach? These are releasing some kind of glues. So this is known as a gland cells. Are you clear? Next one. The additional information about these cells. These scleroplastic cells are secretion of what is a monotri and tetra and hoxon type of spicules or formation. These scleroplastic cells are secretion of formation of mono, tri, tetra and oxon. Oxon means six types of spicules or formation. Next one. Let's yes. First one, the digestion. How can able to survive? It is always unstable. How can able to get the food? Okay, it is cannot able to move anywhere for the food. Sir, how can able to it is survive? So first, so these are consistent of water vascular system. Which system? Or canal system. It is consistent of canal system. Canal after the digestion. First one, the canal system. It is highly developed canal system. They are asking question, which system is present in Porifera phylum? Which system is highly developed? Canal system is highly developed in Porifera phylum. So this canal system is essential for their surviving process. How? So these are stable in condition. The total body is have a more number of the pores. Pores. So the water was allowing into pores. Okay. So water was enters into the body through the pores. The water containing more number of the wastages along with the microorganisms. So the water was enters into the body of the sponges through the opening. The opening is known as a ostia or pore. So the water was enters into the organism's body. Water along with some kind of microorganisms are enters into the body of the porifera. So the microorganisms, nothing but some of the larvae of fishes, larvae of amphibians, these are ready to get digested. So the digestion was occurs the inner side of the what is the spongiocele. Spongiocele. Are you clear? The water was enters into the spongin body through the ostia. So these are cannot able to move. Only the water was enters. So the entering water through the canal. So the water was enters into the body of the organism. The water containing more number of the microorganisms. So the microorganisms are collecting in spongiocele and they are getting digestion. After the digestion of the food, these are utilizing from their metabolic activities and the remaining waste nitrogenous wastes are removing through the what is that? Osculum. Through the osculum. What are the first one? Water allowing through the ostia in the canal system. The water was enters into the organism's body through the ostia to spongiocele. Are you clear? So the water spongiocele to again enters into the osculum. These are utilizing metabolic what is that? Utilizing food molecules. Are you clear? So the digestion, first one, the digestion. So there is no development of any digestive system. There is absence of digestive system. The digestion is a intercellular digestion. Digestion is intercellular digestion. In human being, intracellular digestion. In human beings are intracellular digestion. This type of individuals are digestion in inter. What is the meaning of inter and intra? So the digestion was occurs in the inner side of the cell. Digestion occurs in inner side of the cell is known as the intracellular digestion. Are you clear? The digestion takes place in the inner side of the cell is known as the intracellular digestion. So there is no development of the digestive system. Okay. Are you clear? Next one, respiration. There is no development of the respiratory organ, but these are respiration by the diffusion method. Which method? Diffusion. By the diffusion. Are you clear? Excretion through the osculum. Diffusion. There is no excretory organs through the osculum. Are you clear? Very, very important. Now next one, reproduction. Please concentrate. Reproduction. Reproduction is asexual and sexual type of reproduction. There's two types of reproductions what occurs in Porifera individual. Asexual and sexual type of reproduction. Asexual and sexual. So asexual type, there is no involvement of the gametes, but the body can able to formation, nothing but the body can able to divide into equal halves, or it is producing some kind of buds. Asexual reproduction, there is a budding and gemmules. Very, very important. Budding and gemmules. These are shown two types of method from the asexual reproduction is known as a budding and gemmules. So sexual reproduction is formation of the gametes. Formation of gametes. In reproduction, these are shown indirect development. Not direct development, indirect development. Indirect development. So what is the difference between direct and indirect? Yes, the indirect development. Let's, what I am saying. So this is one of the adult spongine form, not adult spongine, not spongine. First, the spongine formation of releasing of gametes. These gametes are converts into larva. The larva converts into spongine. Means in between of two spongines, there is a larva is present. So that type of development is called as a indirect development. In human beings, there is no larvas are there. So there is we have direct development. So there is a in between of development of the sponges, the larva is present. That type of development is called as a indirect development. So which type of larva is present? It is very, very important in examination for the two. Which type of larvas are there in larvas develop spongine development? There is known as a two larvas are there. First one is known as a Amphiblastula and Parenchyma. Note down, Parenchyma, Amphiblastula. Parenchyma and Amphiblastula. Parenchyma, Amphiblastula. Two larva stages are there. It is after crossing, after completion of the two larva stages, these are converts into adult individual. And as well as, so these adult individuals are stable in condition. The larva is free swimming nature. Adult one is in stable in condition after completion of their free swimming life cycle. So the Amphiblastula and Parenchyma converts into adult individual. When after completion, these are attachment of these are enters into the bottom of the ocean or river. This attachment of the any substratum and converts into new adult individual. These are two larvas are there, Parenchyma and Amphiblastula. Very, very important. Two larvas are there. Clear? Next one, the nerves. Note down another cells are there. Chromocells. This chromocells which are gives a color of the individual. Next one. What are the first one is nerves. There is a primitive type of nerves are present. Primitive means primary development. Primitive nerves are present. Primitive nerves like what is that? Our glia and multipolar neuron. Already we are discussing in previous class what is a multipolar neuron. Multipolar neurons are present in Porifera phylum. Multipolar neurons and glia are present in Porifera phylum. So what is the importance? These are essential from sensation and identification of the individuals. These are also useful for identification of the individuals. And sensation, you can add only sensation. Next one, nerves, respiration, excretion, reproduction,